Hey there! Have you ever caught yourself repeating, "I want," like a broken record? Be careful! Always using the same phrases holds you back and prevents you from achieving native level fluency. Feeling scared? Calm down! The solution is here! In this video, I'm going to show you some secret phrases that will help your English and make you sound much more natural and confident. Ready to unlock your English once and for all? Believe it, mastering these alternatives is the secret to richer and more elegant communication. Subscribe to Learn English Secrets so you don't miss any tricks and discover the secrets that will transform your journey in English. Mastering these alternatives is the secret to richer and more elegant communication. So, let's go! Wish. You know that "I want" that we use for everything? So get ready to retire it. Let's learn 10 incredible and much more elegant ways to express your desires in English. Prepared? So let's go. The first word we're going to see is wish. Wish is a more refined, more chic way, of saying what you want, especially in more formal situations. When you want to show more care with how you speak. So, wish is the perfect choice. Using wish shows that you have a greater command of the language, that you're not a nobody in English, that you care about choosing the right words for each situation. And that, friend, makes all the difference. The most common structure you'll find is "I wish to." This construction is ideal for when you need to make a formal complaint, or when you need to make an official statement, like in an important document. In those moments, "I wish to" will save you. Imagine the scene. You went to a restaurant and the food came cold. Instead of blurting out, "I want to talk to the manager," which sounds kind of rude, right? You can say, "I wish to make a complaint." See how it sounds much more polite and professional? It's like swapping the football team shirt for a well-cut blazer. And why use wish instead of "I want"? Simple, to avoid repetition and show that you have a vast and diverse vocabulary. In addition, wish brings a more courteous, more elegant tone to your communication. It's as if you were putting an education filter on your words. Incorporating wish into your day-to-day will open a world of possibilities. You'll see how people will look at you differently when you start using this word. It's as if you've gained an upgrade in your English level. And the best of all is that this is just the beginning. Get ready, because the next tips are equally incredible and will help you communicate even more effectively and elegantly. Would like. If you like the tip of wish, get ready, because would like will win you over. This is one of those expressions that everyone who wants to speak English fluently needs to know. Would like is a super polite way of making requests. It's as if you were putting a giant please in front of your desire. This expression softens the tone of your speech, making communication much more diplomatic and pleasant. When you go to a fancy restaurant and don't want to seem like an ogre ordering the food? Instead of saying, "I want the soup," you can say, "I'd like the soup for my starter." See how it sounds much more elegant? It's as if you were ordering the food with a smile on your face. This structure is super common in restaurants, meetings, and in various day-to-day situations. It's like the glue of the good old "I want," only with much more class and education. Using would like shows that you care about the way you communicate and that you respect the people you're talking to. The difference between "I want" and "would like" is blatant. While "I want" sounds direct and even a bit rude, "would like" demonstrates education and kindness. It's as if you were opening space for a more harmonious dialogue, avoiding impositions and showing that you're open to negotiations. You can use would like both in professional and informal situations. At work, for example, you can say, I would like to schedule a meeting with you, instead of I want to meet you. With your friends, you can say, I'd like to go to the beach this weekend, instead of I want to go to the beach. See how the expression adapts to different contexts? By practicing would like in your day-to-day, you'll feel much more confident in various communicative situations, as if you've gained a superpower of education and kindness. And the best of all is that this expression is super easy to use and remember. The adoption of would like complements the differentiation in your speech. It's as if you were adding a special seasoning to your speech, making it tastier and more interesting. And believe me, this small change makes all the difference in the way people perceive you. And speaking of perception, I'm sure you've already realized how valuable this content is being. How about reciprocating this valuable tip? Tell us, in what situation would you use would like today? Share your idea here in the comments. We want to know how you're applying these tips in your day-to-day. And, of course, this evolution in vocabulary contributes to a more natural and sophisticated English. It's as if you were giving an upgrade to your way of speaking, preparing for the next term, which is equally impactful and will help you express yourself even better. Desire. Desire expresses a deep longing, a strong and passionate will. It's as if you were saying, I want it very, very much. This word is more formal and is perfect for those moments when you need to emphasize your desire with all your strength. You know when you want to impress in a formal text or in an important speech? So, desire is the right choice. It adds a touch of emotional and literary intensity to your communication, showing that you're not kidding around. Imagine the scene. You are writing a cover letter for a dream job position. Instead of using the beaten, I want to work for your company, you can write, I desire to contribute my skills and experience to your esteemed organization. See how it sounds much more impactful and professional. It's like you're showing that this position is all you've ever wanted. The phrase, he desires to meet the new Prime Minister, is a great example of this level of formality. Notice how desire conveys a much stronger will than a simple he wants. It's as if meeting the Prime Minister was the main goal of his life. The difference between I want and desire is that desire conveys a much more marked, more intense will. It's as if you were putting all your energy into that desire, showing that you won't give up until you reach it. By choosing to use desire, you expand your repertoire and show that you have mastery over different levels of formality in the English language. This choice is especially useful in academic or professional writing, where precision and clarity are fundamental. The impact of choosing desire is that it enriches the textual and spoken content. It's as if you are adding an extra layer of meaning to your words, making them more powerful and persuasive. And it doesn't stop there. This learning motivates you to explore other words that can elevate the clarity and elegance of your communication. It's like you're discovering a new world of expressive possibilities. The communicative relevance of desire is that it helps you avoid repetitions and diversify your speech. It's like you're giving a makeover to your vocabulary, making it more attractive and interesting for those who listen to you. This sophistication prepares your mind for terms that mix feeling and formality, as we will see next. Get ready, because the next tip will take you to a new level of expressiveness. Long for. Let's talk now about an expression that carries a deep feeling of longing and yearning. Long for. Prepare your hearts because this one is pure emotion. Long for is that expression you use when you are dying to miss someone or something, It's as if your heart is squeezed with so much desire to relive a moment or to be near someone special. This expression is ideal for expressing intense feelings that go beyond simply wanting. When you are far from your family and feel a huge longing, or when you remember an unforgettable trip and feel like going back in time, so long for is perfect to express these feelings. The structure in the conversation is quite simple. You use long for to express your deep desire for someone or someone. Phrases like, "She longed to see him one more time," or "I long for the days when we were together," are perfect examples of how to use this expression. This choice shows how English can communicate emotions in a detailed and sensitive way. It's as if you were painting a picture with words, conveying all the intensity of your feeling. The differential of the term long for is that by replacing I want, you add an emotional component to your speech. It's as if you were opening your heart and showing your vulnerability. This variation is especially useful in narrative or personal contexts where emotion is fundamental. Those fairy tales that make you cry? Or those poems that touch your soul? So, the expression long for is very common in these types of narratives. It helps to create an atmosphere of nostalgia and deep desire, involving the reader in the story. The emotional richness of the word highlights the desire in a striking and poetic way. It's as if you were transforming your desire into a work of art, expressing it in a unique and unforgettable way. Learning long for expands your range of ways to show feelings. It's as if you were gaining new colors to paint your emotional world. This understanding brings you closer to a more natural and diversified communication, allowing you to express yourself authentically and genuinely. And it doesn't stop there. This expression sets the stage for slightly different terms, such as fancy, which we will see next. Get ready because the next tip will surprise you with its versatility and charm.
Fancy. Fancy is a super popular word in British English, and it transits between formal and informal with great ease. It's like a chameleon, adapting to different situations and contexts. It offers a charming and informal alternative to demonstrate interest or desire without sounding pedantic or exaggerated. When you want to invite someone out, but don't want to be too direct. Or when you want to suggest something lightly and casually. So, fancy is the perfect choice. A common example is, "Do you fancy a drink this evening?" This phrase suggests an invitation to have something to drink at night lightly and casually, maintaining a touch of elegance. It's as if you were inviting the person for a casual meeting without creating exaggerated expectations. This construction makes the request light and casual, maintaining a touch of elegance. Replacing "I want" with "fancy" avoids monotony and enriches social interaction. It's as if you were adding a touch of originality to your speech, making it more interesting and attractive for your interlocutor. You can use fancy both in formal environments and in more relaxed contexts. At work, for example, you can say, "I don't fancy working late tonight," to express that you are not very excited to work late. With your friends, you can say, "Do you fancy going to the cinema?" to invite them to watch a movie. See how the expression adapts to different situations? Fancy demonstrates how a simple term can vary the tone and intention of your speech. It's as if you were discovering a world of nuances and subtleties in the English language. And believe me, mastering these nuances makes all the difference in the way people perceive you. Was this tip useful for you? If you learned something new and are enjoying unraveling the secrets of English, how about leaving that smart like for us? This way, we know we're on the right track and bring even more amazing content like this. Your like is our fuel. And it doesn't stop there. This learning motivates you to explore informal expressions that further expand your possibilities, especially about current states of mind. Get ready, because the next tip will surprise you with its ability to express emotions authentically and genuinely.
Mood for. The expression, be in the mood for, is simply perfect for those moments when your will depends entirely on your state of mind. You know, when you wake up and think, I'm not up for that today. That's exactly where this expression comes into play. It helps you show that your desire is directly linked to your mood of the day. This expression is a true reflection of how our emotions influence our daily choices. Have you ever thought about it? Sometimes we plan everything, but just a small detail is enough to completely change our plans. And that's where be in the mood for makes all the difference. Imagine the following situation. You have arranged to go to the cinema with friends, but suddenly that laziness, that discouragement hits you. Instead of simply saying, I don't want to go, you can say, I'm not really in the mood for going to the movies. Do you notice how it sounds softer, more understandable? This expression is super flexible and fits like a glove in informal conversations where spontaneity reigns. It allows you to show your interlocutor that your desire is not fixed, that it can change at any moment. It's as if you said, look, today I'm like this, but tomorrow it may be different. Using be in the mood for makes the dialogue much more dynamic and aligned with the experience you are living. Instead of sounding like a robot that repeats, I want all the time, you show that you are a real person with feelings and emotions that influence your decisions. And the best part is that this expression is super easy to use. Just combine it with the verb in the gerund, with ing, to indicate the activity that you are or are not in the mood to do. For example, I'm in the mood for dancing. I'm not in the mood for working. Simple, right? So, the next time you express a desire that depends on your state of mind, remember be in the mood for. Try using it in different situations, observe how people react, and feel the difference it makes in your communication. Believe me, this small change will make your English much more natural and authentic. And the best of all is that you will feel much more confident and comfortable to express yourself in any situation. Replacing I want with this expression brings your speech closer to the naturalness of everyday situations. It's as if you were talking to a friend, without formalities, without strict rules. Only you, your emotions, and your will to communicate clearly and effectively. So, prepared to put this tip into practice? I'm sure you'll be surprised with the results. Remember, the secret is to practice, experiment, and have fun with the language. The more you let go, the easier it will be for you to master English and communicate with confidence in any situation. Did this tip open your mind to other ways of showing your feelings? Have you ever imagined using mood for to express how you are feeling today? How about sharing here in the comments? Feel like. Feel like is one of those wildcard expressions that you can use in practically any informal situation. You know when you feel like doing something, but don't want to sound too direct or demanding? That's where feel like comes into action. It allows you to communicate your desires lightly and casually, without formalities. The construction is super simple. I feel like plus verb in the gerund with ing. For example, instead of saying I want to eat pizza, you can say I feel like having pizza. Do you notice how it sounds softer and friendlier? This expression reflects the informality of the spoken English in the day-to-day. It's as if you were talking to a friend without worrying too much about the grammatical rules. The important thing is to make yourself understood and feel comfortable to express yourself. And the best of all is that feel like is super versatile. You can use it to express a huge variety of desires and wills. I feel like going to the beach. I feel like watching a movie. I feel like taking a nap. The possibilities are endless. The secret to mastering this expression is to practice, practice, and practice. Try using it in different situations. Observe how natives use it, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Remember, the important thing is to have fun and learn from your mistakes. Besides helping you to avoid the repetition of I want, feel like enriches your idiomatic repertoire and brings you closer to the English spoken by natives. It's as if you were learning the secret codes of the language, those tricks that only those who really master the language know. And don't forget, the key to fluency is constant practice. The more you use feel like, the more natural it will become for you. Soon, you'll be using this expression without even having to think, as if it were your mother tongue. So, the next time you express a desire, remember feel like. Try using it instead of I want and see the difference it makes in your communication. I'm sure you'll be surprised with the results. Craving for. This is one of those that you use when that irresistible will hits, you know? The one that makes you run after what you want. Have a craving for expresses an intense and sudden desire for something specific. It's as if your body and your mind united in a single scream. I need it now. This expression is perfect to describe those unexpected wills, especially those related to food. Imagine the scene. You are in the middle of the afternoon, focused on work, when suddenly that crazy desire to eat chocolate arises. Instead of simply saying, I want chocolate, you can say, I have a craving for chocolate right now. Do you notice the difference? The expression craving conveys much more intensity and urgency. This expression is widely used in informal conversations, which makes the environment closer and more fun. It's as if you were sharing a secret with a friend, revealing that irresistible weakness of yours. Using craving for in place of I want enriches your vocabulary and makes your speech much more colorful. It's as if you were painting a picture with words, adding nuances and emotions to your communication. And don't be fooled, craving for is not limited to food only. You can also use it to express desires for other things, such as, I have a craving for adventure, or I have a craving for some peace and quiet. The secret to mastering this expression is to pay attention to how natives use it. Watch movies and series, listen to music and podcasts, and observe in which situations craving for appears. Write down the phrases, repeat them out loud, and try to use them in your own conversations. And remember, the important thing is to have fun with the language. Don't be afraid to experiment, to play with words, and to express yourself authentically. The more you let go, the easier it will be for you to master English and communicate with confidence in any situation. And since we are talking about irresistible wills, what is your current craving? If you could have anything now, what would it be? Tell me here in the comments. Dying for. Be dying for conveys a feeling of extreme anxiety for something. It's as if you were on the verge of death, desperate to realize your desire. This expression is used to emphasize an almost desperate longing, denoting emotional urgency. Imagine the following situation. You are working all day, tired and exhausted, and all you want is to get home and relax. Instead of simply saying, "I want to get home and relax," you can say, "I'm dying to get home and relax." Do you notice the difference? The expression dying for adds much more intensity and drama to your speech. This expression is perfect for informal and relaxed situations, where you want to show how important something is to you. It's as if you were exaggerating a bit just to emphasize your point of view. And don't be fooled, dying for doesn't mean you're really dying. It's just a way of expressing an intense and urgent desire. It's as if you were using a hyperbole, a figure of speech that consists of exaggerating reality to cause a greater effect. The secret to using dying for correctly is to pay attention to the context. This expression works best when you want to demonstrate a palpable and genuine feeling without formality. Avoid using it in formal or professional situations where a more serious and objective tone is more appropriate. Besides helping you to express your desires more emphatically, dying for enriches your arsenal of informal and dynamic expressions. It's as if you were adding spice to your speech, making it more interesting and captivating. So, the next time you are dying to do something, remember, be dying for. Try using it instead of "I want" and see the difference it makes in your communication. I'm sure you'll be surprised with the results. Could go for. And we have arrived at our last tip of today. Prepared to give a final touch to your English and never sound repetitive with "I want" again? Let's explore an expression that is pure subtlety. Could go for. This is one of those that you use when you want to express a desire lightly and casually, without pressure. Could go for is a gentle way to indicate desire or preference in a casual way. It's as if you were suggesting something instead of demanding or imposing. This expression is ideal for relaxed meetings and moments of indecision, when you are not sure of what you really want. Imagine the following situation. You are in a cafe with a friend, and he asks you what you want to drink. Instead of simply saying, "I want a cup of coffee," you can say, "I could go for a cup of coffee right now." Do you notice the difference? The expression "could go for" sounds much more inviting and less demanding. This expression is perfect for when you want something quietly, without great emphases. It's as if you were saying, "Look, I'm not desperate for this, but it would be cool if it happened." And don't be fooled. Could go for doesn't mean that you don't want something. It only means that you are not willing to make a great effort to get it. It's as if you are leaving the door open in case the opportunity appears. The secret to using "could go for" correctly is to pay attention to the tone of voice. This expression works best when you use it with a smile on your face and a relaxed attitude. Avoid using it in tense or formal situations where a more direct and assertive tone is more appropriate. Besides helping you to express your desires more subtly, Could Go For demonstrates that you master different registers of the English language. It's as if you were showing that you are able to adapt to different situations and to communicate effectively in any context. With Could Go For in your repertoire, you will have an even greater range of options to express your desires and wills in English. And the best of all is that you will do it in a natural, authentic, and very stylish way. Conclusion. Hey guys, did you enjoy unraveling these secrets to turbocharge your English? Now, enough of repetitive I want, huh? I want to see everyone killing it with these alternatives. If you enjoyed this video and felt that it gave you a superpower in English, you know, right? Leave that smart like for us to know that we are on the right track and for us to bring even more incredible tips like this. And as usual, let's test your ears and see if you got everything right. Pay attention to today's secret phrase. Forget I want, now I. So, did you capture it? Write in the comments what you understood and complete the phrase in a creative way. I want to see your imagination flying high. Remember, the secret to an amazing English is here at Learn English Secrets. Unravel the secrets of English and never say I want again. Say I learn English secrets. Stay dedicated and continue exploring the Learn English Secrets by watching this video or this playlist right here. See you in the next video.